And hello, everyone. All about the gyro here. Hope you are doing well. Apologies for being away a little bit. I've been very busy with the work thing. I'm going to be heading out of town in short order, but I wanted to get this video out during the interim. This is an update video to a previous video I posted about the proposed IMSA and Michelin Pilot Challenge series, and now I have a few more series to disclose. Here in front of you, Formula Renault 2.0. This is the final schedule. We're going to start at Silverstone, Red Bull Ring, then the GP layout of Nürburgring, Lime Rock, Barcelona Historic, Mid-Ohio, Monza, Okayama, Long Beach, Imola, the Hockenheim Ring, and then Hungaroring or Phillip Island. So, in brief synopsis, this pretty good schedule. Cars are well suited for the first 3 weeks. Lime Rock, it's very hit or miss. Barcelona, I think it will be a nice add. Mid-Ohio, it's nice that they're going back to Mid-Ohio. In these cars, I think it will race better if people give it a chance. Monza's Monza, Okayama, not bad in these cars. Long Beach, that may be a drop week for a bunch of people. But Imola, Hockenheim Ring, and then the brand new Hungaroring or Phillip Island, if it's not released. This is a solid 10 out of 12 for me. And even if you scrutinize Mid-Ohio, you still can easily make a 9-race championship out of this. I think all in all, I would give this schedule no worse than a B+. And there's potentials for A-. Not too shabby. Let's move on. And now this is more of a discussion of what's going on over in F3. So this chart shows how people tend to vote, and now they're starting to make some decisions on tracks that are suitable and tracks that are not. Notice the far right side. The Roval, Le Mans, the full Nordschleife, Oran Park, Summit Point, Tsukuba are no longer deemed suitable for F3, and I agree with every one of those selections. They don't need to be chose for F3. There are now better offerings. Very excited to see how Hungaroring gets chosen. Now, in this thread, this looks like the groups that Lucas is trying to sort in terms of when certain circuits are going to show up. As you see here, there's discussions about should it be done through suitability of tracks or different characteristics. And here's further discussion about how F3 is going to go about its business. So just look at the top, you'll see the thread, but F3 definitely trying to have a little bit more harmony and balance to their calendar. Here it is, official IMSA Hagerty iRacing Series. This has been finalized. There are no nighttime races. There's only the sunset races at Homestead, Road Atlanta. But the rest of it, not too shabby. So let's look at schedule. Homestead Roval. Well, we got rid of Kansas for VIR. That can't be bad. I'll be very interested to see how this will race. I'm not going to say it's total crap yet. I think the LMP2s are going to have some problems, but it will race better than Kansas. The issue you have in this schedule is the first 2 weeks may be low participation, especially because this is supposed to be the final season of GTE in IMSA. Keep that in mind. And then Road Atlanta, everyone's going to show up. VIR may be low participation. Then you have Daytona, Phillip Island, good circuit, may also have low participation. Sebring, Mount Panorama. Has anyone tested the LMP2? Big question marks over that. But then we have Montreal. And then Okayama's on here. It looks like they are not going to put Hungaroring in. Which for multi-class kind of makes sense. Hungaroring is a very tight technical track. Picture the European version of a Mid-Ohio. You got RBR, and you got Barber, which I'm really happy to see. But the problem with this is there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 races that may have very low participation. So this is not the greatest of calendars in terms of participation. Now, in terms of racing, Homestead's going to be a big X factor because not a lot of people have raced there. Longstreet we know is going to be a crash fest. But there's a pretty interesting mix of circuits that tend to be a little bit higher speed in this. VIR is a long circuit. Daytona, long circuit. Phillip Island has quite a bit of fast sections to it. Sebring is quick. Mount Panorama, sectors 1 and 3, very, very fast. RBR, very popular. There's 5 or 6 splits. So, if you're in GTE or GT3 and you're doing a league series that's based on this, top end speed is a pretty good measurement to use as your first question. Here it is, IMSA Endurance Series. It is official, 160 minutes. But the key thing is max fuel. So, GT3 should have a splash and go. GTE I'm expecting to be splash and go. So this should be 2 pit stops, but you may have some that, do this in such a way where pit strategy benefits them. But here are the 6 circuits. I think for endurance multi-class, there is some variety here. I'll be very curious to see how Montreal works in IMSA Endurance. Yes, it is an F1 circuit, but when you look at the track design, there's a lot of start-stop. Road Atlanta will be very popular. Daytona will be very popular. Sebring will be popular. RBR will be popular. So, not a bad schedule in this. For the full-blown IMSA schedule, I'm going to give it a C, but that could go up and down depending on what happens. For IMSA Endurance, for the first season of this, they've hit a lot of the popular ones. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. It's an A- schedule. Here's the official Michelin Pilot Challenge schedule. I've already said in a prior video I really like this. It has a nice mixture of things. The only thing I wonder about is Bathurst. There's been a lot of questions about Bathurst, but as a GT4 car, it's not going to be as bad. This very balanced schedule, Riley has done us the solid. Definitely looking forward to some GT4 races. Now, this is tentatively the SynLab Production Car Challenge Series. That is the introductory multi-class. So that is your Mustang, Solstice, Jetta, Mazda. And this is very interesting in terms of what they're trying to offer, because note, there's a lot of free circuits back into this. Laguna Seca is free, Lake of Phoenix is free, Okayama is free. I don't know about Legacy Silverstone Circuit. I think that's the $5 one. Someone check me out there. But Alton Park is free. Warren is free. I want to say Daytona Legacy is free. But the thing is, very low cost of entry. This makes sense to me. You're trying to get people to race in multi-class. The barrier is very low in terms of cost. You have, if you take out Hockenheim National A, which I believe is the similar layout we raced in USF 2000, I believe was National A. You have Mount Panorama, you have Spa, and you have Long Beach. If you take those four out, assuming you got to pay the $5 for Silverstone 2008, you still have a full championship schedule, and you're only out a few bucks. Not a bad deal. This was very smartly scheduled. Now, in terms of racing, I think there's a lot of variety here. The Silverstone being both national and GP, there's spaces to pass. Daytona is Daytona. We know Long Beach is going to be difficult. Oran Park will probably be even more difficult, just because of the way that the nature of the circuit. If you are a Mustang or a Mazda and you are caught in traffic, that can be a grind to get by. Phoenix Road Course is a simple road course. Very nice way to introduce the series. But pretty sound. I would give this schedule a B+ as well. And I could easily be persuaded to give it a full A. Just based on the flexibility and ease of running for a championship. So, yeah, I'm going to change my grade and give that an A. All right. Porsche Cup. This is the 991. And see, here is the schedule for Porsche Cup. Very interesting yet challenging schedule. And the reason is the way that the schedule has been balanced. So, Charlotte Roval, kind of a shorty. Take out the turns 3 and 4, and it's actually a bit technical. Hungaroring, people are going to find out Hungaroring is quite technical. Nürburgring, quite technical. Chicago Street Circuit, not the easiest thing to race on either. That's the first 4 weeks of this calendar. Road America, you get a little bit of respite. Motegi's getting some love in some series. It's going to be curious to see how it races. Bathurst and these cars will be great. RBR should be great. Interlagos and Spa and Hockenheim should be great. But then they honestly expect 35 laps around Tsukuba. This, I don't even know how to grade this. This could be all over the place. This could be an A series because the racing is going to be good. It could be a D series because the racing could be terrible. I don't know how to rate this, but very interesting schedule, nevertheless. Advanced Mazda, some interesting circuit choices. Notice that there are now only a few 45-minute races. This was one of the series that wanted to maintain 45 minutes. iRacing has said, no, you have to reduce. This is kind of the sweet spot. So Road America, Mount Panorama, Road Atlanta, Red Bull Ring, all 45-minute races. The rest, 25. I think it's a great schedule for these cars. Job well done. I'll give that an A- all day. Now, the last one. This is a series I was very surprised that didn't take off, and that is the Indy Pro 2000. I predicted in my preseason video this series would gain another 50%. They have lost all of their gains. So, let's look at the schedule. This is a pretty fun schedule. Hunger Roaring, which will be good for these cars, Road Atlanta, the Roval, RBR, Belle Isle. Then you have the Roval, so you have the Charlotte Oval and the Charlotte Roval. And then you have Worldwide Technologies. I think that's a Gateway. That's how I remember it. But then Bathurst, Suzuka Montreal, Milwaukee Oval, Road America. This is a very, very good schedule. I like this schedule. Good schedule. Nice mix of things. Remember, this series has oval races. So they have 3 ovals, and they have 9 road courses. But still, this is a very good schedule. And that's basically it. So quick video discussing a bunch of different series. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Like, follow, subscribe. Take care of one another as well. God bless.